All right, so you are in the right place if you just want some perspective on eXp. What's the hype about? Where is the hype true? Where is it not true? You know, it is the fastest growing real estate company of all time. So why is that? I also want to share with you, you know, how you can plug in, get coaching, training, all that stuff, all the tech, never have to pay for it ever again. So here's the warning. And I say this because I was a naysayer of this platform for probably 3.5 years. If you've heard of it or you think you know what it is, just kind of put that away for a little bit and come here today with an open heart and open mind about what's possible if you kind of open your gate to the eXp platform. So this is really all about you, our time together today. I'm going to take you through some questions to open up your mind about what's possible with a brokerage and maybe how it might compare with what you're getting on your current platform. When I say platform, you're running your business on a platform, right? If it's Keller Williams, if it's eXp, if it's Coldwell Banker, if you're with an independent or a flat fee brokerage, that's the platform you're running your business on. So let's go through these. It's a scale of 1 to 10, and there's 10 questions. So you can get 100, which is an A+, or you can get a whole lot lower, and we'll go by the A, B, C, D system, right? So question number 1, how would you rate your current real estate business overall, right? The time you're putting into the business, the money you're getting out of it, the stress you're enduring, 1 to 10. And you could take notes on a piece of paper if you're sitting at your desk. Real quick, what's the knee-jerk answer? 1 to 10, right? Question number 2, is your broker or brokerage actively helping you grow and scale your real estate business and live a better life? Like, think about it. Last 30 days, did my broker, team leader, whatever, come alongside me and help me build my business and help me live a better life? Question number 3, does your brokerage offer a powerful technology stack that directly helps you grow your real estate sales? So think about it, like the brokerage I have, am I using their tech? Is it leading me to more business? Question number 4, are the best agents, the very best agents doing the most business in your brokerage, giving away their best stuff to you? Scale of 1 to 10, right? The best agent in your brokerage, did they show you their listing presentation? Did they give you like their best lead generation platform, right? Are they sharing all their best stuff with you? Scale of 1 to 10. So question 5, does your brokerage offer affordable health insurance options? This is a little bit stacked, right? Because eXp does offer healthcare. I'll save about $10,000 this year in premiums for better coverage than I was getting with the provider I was with before eXp. So this could be a 1 or it could be a 10, right? Depending on the platform you're in. Question number 6, does your brokerage give you stock just for selling homes, right? So this is also maybe a 1 or a 10. Either you're on the platform that does this for you or it's not quite set up that way. Question number 7, is your brokerage partnering with you and showing you how to build residual income? I don't care what the residual income is. Is someone at your brokerage showing you how to do cash flow real estate or turn crypto into cash flow or attract agents to your brokerage and earn residual income from their sales, right? Is there a residual income opportunity at your brokerage? Scale of 1 to 10. Is your brokerage offering timely and relevant training to thrive in the coming shift? Right. Last week in our community, we laid out our whole expired system, right? If you don't have an expired system in place going into the shifting market, expireds were up like 200% in July, and that's going to increase here in August, September, and continue probably for the next couple, 3 years potentially. So that's just one example. Is someone teaching you what to do now, given the shift storm that's coming? Is your broker or brokerage teaching you how to gracefully exit the business? Right? At the end of the real estate sales rainbow, there's not a pot of gold. There's no way to exit the business unless you're on the right platform. Scale of 1 to 10 with your current brokerage. And then number 10, how are you excited about the future of your real estate brokerage? Right? Most agents just really aren't that excited. If you're being honest with yourself, you know, you kind of do your thing, you do your business, but you're not excited about the brokerage itself. So scale of 1 to 10. And then the bonus question, and really this is going to set the stage for our time together today, is do you have a clear roadmap in place to scale your business, crush your financial goals so that you can live a life of meaning, impact, and satisfaction? So the key question is here, do you have a clear roadmap? Scale of 1 to 10. Most agents, sadly enough, it's like a 1 or a 2 or a 3. It's just not clear and they're not confident in the roadmap. Here's the harsh reality. The industry has failed. There is no path to financial freedom. The traditional brokerage model, all they have to offer you is go out and sell the next deal. We call that the transaction treadmill. Productivity coaching and the traditional training methods that are out there, they just don't get it done, right? They're failing on multiple fronts, and that there's not many agent retirement parties, right? So there's not the ability to retire gracefully from real estate. And in terms of the time we're going to spend here today, you're in the right place if you know there's another level of growth in your business, but maybe you don't know how to get there. You want to hang around with folks that are of like mind, meaning they know that they want to build a business versus the struggling agents in your market, right? You want to grow your business in a way where you actually have net worth and a whole lot of time off to show for it, right? You want your business to serve your life, not vice versa. And then I think most importantly, you want to learn to make the shift from, transaction treadmill to more of a lucrative lifestyle business, which is what we'll go through. But here's also the sadder truth, and this is a lot of agents. You're also in the right place today if you're not where you want to be financially and you don't have a clear path, right? You're working evenings and weekends, you're letting down your family, you're stressed more than anyone you know, and you're missing out on the things that matter most in life. And a little bit about me, and this is not for me to brag, just so you have a little bit of context. Most importantly, I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I have a faith that's really important to me. I love business. I've got a podcast. I've also wrote a book, bestseller, Scale or Die. I didn't have any sales, marketing, or business building experience when I got into real estate, but I figured it out, man. I made every mistake you could make. Fast forward 5,000 plus families served in that business. I went from a solo agent. My first full year was 2008. Just at the start of the Great Recession, I sold 44 homes. Fast forward a handful of years later, over 400 transactions. I worked 1 day a week that year. And I think it was only 40 days because I think I took 12 weeks of vacation. Helped hundreds, if not over 1,000 agents and team leaders grow and scale their businesses in a very, very specific way in terms of giving you more freedom. I built a multiple seven-figure liquid net worth. I've got really awesome residual income. I work a really good schedule. I take a lot of vacation, but big, but I've made all the mistakes. I've made all the mistakes you can make in business. I've made all the mistakes probably you can make in your personal life in terms of being a dad or a husband or a friend, or, I've gained a ton of weight in real estate. I've lost a ton of weight. I wasn't even saved when I got into real estate, so I've done it all. I've made all the mistakes you can make, and I'm willing to share them with you. The reality was, this is 2007, my first year in real estate. I was failing. New kid, relatively new marriage. I was not present when I should be present. Our first family vacation, miserable fail. I won't make you raise your hand publicly, but raise your hand, be honest, if you've ever sort of ruined a family vacation by working a deal. This deal that I was working on would have been the highest price point that I would have sold. It was a short sale in the neighborhood I live today, $850,000. The deal never even went through, right? I ruined the vacation, let my family down. Kendall, our daughter, was born April 2010. That's when the pressure, I really felt it. Like I had to figure it out. And ultimately, I did figure out how to use leverage and systems to do the heavy lifting in the business. So I started a coaching company, Real Estate B School. And that was great, right? I got to work with agents and help them kind of do their thing. All of that, and my story doesn't matter as it plugs into your story, but I only tell you all of that is that I've seen it all. And I still see a bunch of challenges with the real estate industry. First and foremost is that if you're a traditional agent, which is like 80% of the industry, they're just a solo agent kind of doing what they can do. The reality is that you stop making money when you stop selling. There is no way to earn residual income, or there's no exit strategy. And traditional success in terms of the hours that you work, the stress you endure, and the money you make, I just don't think it's worth it, right? So let's say you build a team. The reality of this platform is that, or model is that you spend time helping agents grow and they eventually leave you. Doesn't mean it ends on bad terms, but they eventually leave. You're training the competition, or you increase their splits to a point where you're having to sell more homes. You're taking on more burden of overhead, and it's just doesn't really end well. So let's say you build a brokerage, either independent or you go the franchise route. That's just constant churn. It's like, how many agents did we bring in? How many left every month? That's the whole game in this model. The grass is always greener. There's very rarely any profit in the brokerage model. They just try to make up for it with title or mortgage. And if they're being honest, you know, I was in the #1 KW market center out of like 850 worldwide. And our average production was 7 deals per agent, right? So there's no real way to add value and truly impact agents' lives. But I would say #4 here, the biggest challenge I see in the real estate industry is that there is no exit plan. Let's say you wanted to earn $20,000 a month residual, and I learned this from Tony Robbins. That's $240,000 per year. Let's say, which is really hard, let's say you could passively earn 5% interest. You'd have to save what Tony Robbins calls a critical mass of investment capital. You'd have to save 4.8 million to throw off $240,000 a year. So the lesson from traveling to Fiji to do wealth mastery with Tony Robbins was, in order to become financially free, you have to spend less than you make, invest the difference, so you get to a critical mass of investment capital where you can live off the interest. That's worth writing down. I know I said it quickly. I'll say it again. Spend less than you make, invest the difference so that you can build a critical mass of investment capital. That's the far right column here, the savings, so that you can live off the interest. So at 5%, it's $240 a year or $20,000 a month. That's the biggest challenge I see. There's no opportunity to exit real estate sales. So I'm going to take you back to my journey with eXp. It's important because I know many of you that aren't in this platform will relate to this story. John Mikish, who's in the middle, who's my sponsor at eXp, AJ Maida, who's his sponsor now. John and I were at this mastermind in Miami. This is early 2018. AJ sharing with us how he just hit 200 agents in his revenue share team. And John and I dismissed it. We even sort of poked fun at it. And we privately sort of made fun of it a little bit. Like, what is he talking about? We're both running real estate teams, traditional real estate teams. I'm coaching. At this point, I'm helping John with his business. I worked with John for 3 years. I worked with AJ for 2 years. We've become really good friends. AJ just took this different route, right? Totally different path. I see him on Facebook. We're not talking regularly, but we're sort of friends. We were in a men's group together. He retires from real estate sales. He took a 12-month RV trip. And I'm like, what's going on? They moved to Puerto Rico. Breck is born. He's like just living this lifestyle of freedom that I didn't think was possible. And in August of 2020, he posts this, and we hadn't honestly talked about it, from that one mastermind where he hit 200 agents to this post here, 2,000 agents in my rev share organization. On the right, 1,008 houses sold last month. And I'm like, what's the deal? Like, he was hardcore KW, took bold 5 times. He was productivity coach. He was on the ALC, all the stuff, right? Then John calls me 2 weeks later. Both those posts are in August 2020. John calls me on Saturday, September 5th, 2020. He says, I have something to tell you. Are you sitting down? Instantly, I thought like terminal illness or something's going on with Jen, like a divorce or something. And I, you know, we're friends, right? I helped him for a few years in his business, but we're not talking every week. But the seriousness in his voice was such that it took me back, and I took a pause. He says, I'm moving my team to eXp. I'm not kidding. My heart skipped a beat. Actually, my palms started to sweat, and I launched into like, John, I thought that we didn't think that model was good. We agreed on it. We sort of made fun of AJ. He stops me in my tracks. He says, have you actually studied the model? Like, have you actually studied it? I'm like, holy cow. Here I am, a high-level business coach with a totally closed mind about this platform. I hadn't actually studied. It's been said, and I don't know who quoted this, but the most expensive thing you can own is a closed mind. 100% I was guilty of this. The truth is, I didn't see eXp for what it was because I was not willing to look at it. My gate was completely closed. And John, by asking that one question, allowed me to actually look at it and how it could actually benefit agents to plug into it. So fast forward from, that was March 2018, AJ was at 200. September 2020, no, August 2020, he was at 2000. This is Cabo 2021. He's at 3,750, telling his story. And everything I know now, and this is not a revenue share agent attraction conversation, but I'm going to show a video, a 9.5-minute video here in a minute that goes through all that eXp has to offer. And having been in the platform now for 2 years and really positioning, myself in this platform to help more agents, that I can say wholeheartedly that the fastest way to grow and scale your real estate business and create massive leverage income and also wealth through stock ownership is to partner with Game Changers Nation at eXp Realty. You're here today. Someone invited you from Game Changers Nation. Either I invited you here, and we'll have a conversation after this, what it would look like to partner with me, or someone invited you here from Game Changers Nation. And you can do all of that. You can grow and scale and do all of that without paying for coaching, training, or technology ever again. I want to share this video, and I want you to sort of look at this maybe in a different way. If you've heard of eXp or if you've seen it, I want you to look for the things that maybe you didn't quite understand and questions you're going to take back to the person that invited you here. So this is 9.5 minutes, eXp Explained.
Welcome to eXp Realty. This is an overview of one of the most innovative real estate brokerage models today. A global community designed, powered, and owned by our agents and partners, transforming the real estate experience. Our family of agents build their own businesses while having equity opportunities in eXp World Holdings. As technology has transformed entertainment, hospitality, transportation, and retail, it's now transforming the real estate industry. There's been little to no innovation with the old-fashioned real estate models. Franchise brokerages all start with the company at the top, which feeds down to regions, followed by offices or market centers, followed by a local manager or team leader. The focus was on the brokerage and their brand, not on the agent and their business. The evolution of real estate brokerages has always been driven by how agents get paid. This can be clearly seen with eXp's growth compared to old-fashioned models. At eXp Realty, we've eliminated old-fashioned bloat by removing franchises, territories, brick and mortar, and redundant layers of management. By doing this, we've created opportunity to give equity back to the agents and have made the agent the focal point of their business. We do this by having multiple income opportunities within our model and leveraging our fully immersive cloud office environment where agents enjoy 24/7 access to state-of-the-art collaborative tools, coaching, support, and socialization. eXp Realty continues to experience consistent record-breaking year-over-year growth with a mission to reach 1 million agents globally. It all began in the United States and Canada, with eXp Realty perfecting the model over the first 10 years, laying the foundation for our global expansion. Our international footprint now expands over 6 of the 7 continents. Our core values define our culture and ensure decisions are always aligned. Like being agile allows us to make adjustments at any time for our agents and their clients. eXp is at the forefront of technology. Every agent gets their own lead generation CRM system called KV Core. For a non-eXp agent, it could cost over $5,000 a year. This industry-leading system provides you with a behavioral-driven, personalized IDX website, CRM, email, and text campaigns. You'll always be notified of your contact's behavior, helping you convert and close more transactions. SkySlope allows agents to manage their business totally paperless. This all-in-one transaction management system helps you effortlessly stay organized with your transactions. All of your important data is contained on one detailed checklist, so you have everything in one place. One of our top priorities is building our own technology. Our back-office business intelligence center gives agents both autonomy and great visibility into their business. Within your dashboard, you'll be able to monitor your performance metrics, commissions, revenue share, equity awards, transactions, and more. Whether you need a quick postcard or a full presentation, the eXp Marketing Center has it all. You can edit marketing collateral within minutes by choosing from over 5,000 marketing pieces. In fact, when a new listing is added to your MLS, you'll get an email with marketing items created automatically for your listing. Welcome to eXp World, our 3-dimensional virtual cloud-based office environment. Meet, learn, and collaborate with agents and staff from anywhere with an internet connection. Join a meeting or training within a community via your phone, tablet, or computer. In eXp World, agents get real-time live support from our over 1,000 full-time staff members. Access over 80 hours of live training weekly in eXp World. Our training focuses on industry best practices, how to grow profitable real estate business, professional development, and much more. These sessions are taught not only by our highly experienced training department professionals, but also by our top producing agents and teams from around the world. eXp Realty agents also have access to Workplace by Facebook, which is a dedicated and secure working space to connect, communicate, and collaborate with other agents and eXp staff. You'll be able to use familiar Facebook features like newsfeed, groups, messages, and events to get things done quickly and efficiently. We understand that some agents enjoy the office setting from time to time, which is why every agent at eXp gets a global membership to Regus shared offices and their new brand spaces. Regus offers 3,000 office locations in over 900 cities in 120 countries. Every agent at eXp has the opportunity to become a shareholder in eXp World Holdings. Earn equity awards for closing your first transaction each year, capping each year, and every time an agent you attracted joins eXp and does their first transaction. Our agent equity program helps agents prepare for retirement. You can elect to take 5% of your gross commission per transaction and buy the company's stock at a 10% discount. Our ticker symbol is EXPI. Note that some stock awards are subject to vesting. eXp's Icon Agent program is unmatched within the industry. Our founder, Glenn Sanford, strongly believes that top-producing agents should be rewarded for their contribution. There are 2 ways to qualify for Icon status: $5,000 paid in post-cap transaction fees, or $500,000 annual GCI with a minimum of 10 closed transactions. When you achieve Icon status, you'll receive 100% of your cap that you paid to eXp back in the form of company stock, essentially putting you at a 100% commission split. One of the most exciting aspects of our compensation plan is our revenue sharing model, which allows you to build a monthly leveraged income by attracting productive agents to the company. Here's a breakdown of how the revenue sharing model works. Tier 1 contains the agents that you personally attracted to the brokerage. For each transaction on this tier, you'll get 3.5% of their total commission. This amount is taken out of eXp's 20%, not out of the agent's 80% commission. Once the agent has hit their annual cap, they start receiving 100% of their commissions. You therefore no longer receive income from their deals for the remainder of the year, which is why the max you can earn on this tier per agent is $2,800. You can earn on all 7 tiers, but it's contingent upon how many agents you've personally attracted to the brokerage and their level of production. For example, if you attract 5 producing agents, you earn exponential share in commissions on Tier 1 and Tier 2, which are agents that your Tier 1 agents attracted. If you attracted 10 producing agents, you earn exponential share in commissions on Tier 1, Tier 2, and also on Tier 3, which are agents that your Tier 2 agents attracted. On Tiers 4 through 7, you'll still receive a reduced share in commissions, which is called our expansion sharing. So let's go through a quick example of how you can create a monthly leveraged income through the revenue share program. Here's you. You personally attract 5 capping agents. Then, each of those 5 agents attract 5 capping agents of their own, giving you 5 agents of Tier 1 and 25 agents on Tier 2. For the 5 capping agents on Tier 1, you earn up to $2,800 each. And for the 25 capping agents on Tier 2, you earn up to $3,200 each, giving you an annual leveraged income of up to $94,000. But note that these figures are based on each one of these agents capping, which is approximately selling $2.7 million of real estate per year, with an average commission of 3%. You can speak to an eXp agent or staff member for further explanation. Express offers a revolutionary new home selling option for homeowners who want to skip the hassle and uncertainty of a traditional home sale. The platform connects sellers with institutional buyers who can pay cash and close quickly. Unlike other iBuyer platforms, Express offers allows agents to receive real estate commissions. At eXp, you'll never pay a desk fee, royalty fee, or franchise fee. Every agent is treated equally and is on an 80-20 split, which caps each year at $16,000. You then receive 100% commission for the remainder of your year. Here's the amazing part. It's only $149 to join eXp, and that includes your first month's $85 brokerage fee. On each transaction, there's a $25 broker review fee and a $40 risk management fee. The risk management fee caps at $500 each year. We're also excited to announce that we've added a low-cost healthcare alternative. Our agents get a one-on-one virtual consultation to ensure they've selected the right plan. eXp Realty continues to set industry records, becoming the #1 independent brokerage in the U.S. for closed transactions. For more information, reach out to the agent who shared this video with you.
I was saying I love where that ends. When I first started looking at eXp, when I first started to study it, I don't know if any eXpers are on here, but I had eXp insomnia. So I was, once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. And it's only if you come to this with an open mind, which I did not have in the beginning at all, not even a little bit. But when I really studied it and I just kind of calmed down a little bit with what I thought it was, versus like, it's just a brokerage. Like every other industry, things are changing and there's disruption going on. And it happens to align with my core focus and values. So straight from Real Estate B School's website, I want to help agents scale their businesses so that they can have time and money freedom and ultimately have greater purpose and impact. And so eXp does that. And whether I like it or not, or whether you believe it, or it is the most disruptive platform in the history of the real estate industry by a factor of 2. There was Remax that sort of came out of nowhere in the 80s, and then late 1990, early 2000s, sort of KW went on its tear with its 7 levels of profit share. We do revenue share, they did profit share. One is a whole lot more lucrative than the other. And that's why it's disrupting. It did it with a proven sort of word of mouth growth approach, and it's doing its thing, right? So in every other industry, whether it's your Netflix analogy to Blockbuster or any retailer, Circuit City or any other retail to Amazon, or for sure, traditional brokerages to eXp, this is a quote, Blockbuster CEO Jim Keyes back in 2008, neither Redbox nor Netflix are even on the radar screen in terms of competition. Poor Redbox. This is a Redbox, 52,000 kiosks. Even this little company figured out a way to adapt to the changing market landscape. And this is an old slide, but Tony Robbins compares Hilton to Airbnb, a 99 at the time year-old company valued at 18 billion. Compared to a 10-year-old company valued at, I think it's more than double now. So, Airbnb doesn't have any real estate, right? So the model and this whole cloud-based sort of environment has changed everything. So here's the history of the traditional franchise real estate model. And this is the last 100 years and this is pretty much all companies. They establish an international. Some guy has an idea. I'm like, okay, I'm ABC Realty International. We go out and establish regions. Those regions get sort of the profit of the different owners, these market centers, let's call them. They hire the staff. They hire the people to run the operations. They hire people to run the growth side of it, to do the recruiting. They go out and get the agents, then in turn sell the homes to feed the whole thing, right? The only people, for the most part, outside of affiliate income that are generating revenue are the agents. And so you get to, and this is what Glenn Sanford envisioned, what if you put the agent front and center, right? Take them as more of an afterthought, right? The last thing we focus on. And what if we made them owners in the company? Every eXp agent that at least sells one home is an owner in our company. And what if we were able to get rid of most of the staff, that overhead, right? We didn't need franchise owners. There were no regions that were taking 50% of their profit, and agents were sort of almost an equal to international. And the value proposition was such where you get lead gen, you get all the tech, all the training, health insurance, stock awards, you get revenue share if you choose to plug into agent attraction. And most importantly, and really hard to understand if you're outside of this platform, is that you get a level of collaboration that we have not seen before. So when I was contemplating this decision, I had to make after saying no to it and putting my ego down for a second, opening my gate. Lars, are you really going to sit on the sidelines while eXp continues to disrupt the real estate industry? The industry that I had served from a real estate standpoint, that I have served from a coaching standpoint, And now I was still going to say no to it. This is the internal dialogue that I was having with myself. And I finally said, I've got to do this. I've got to, prove how, or not prove, but how to use this platform to get my mission even bigger. And so this platform is the change that every other industry is seeing, right? There are economies of scale and the value is placed where it belongs, right? Aligning our interests in terms of collaboration and that collaboration not costing you additional dollars. That's the beauty of this platform. And there's not another company with a clear path to real wealth, and you can exit production and makes real estate fun again. So there was an article put out by Mike Delpreet where he calculates the operating expenses per transaction for a handful of real estate companies. This blew my mind. And I'm looking at this relative to the pending shift storm. We're going through something that I don't think we possibly can imagine right now. But eXp, as far as being a good steward of the commission splits that come in, or the commissions that come in, as a company, they're only spending $691 per transaction to run the company. That's what operating expenses are. To run the company, it's costing $691 per transaction. Look at Realogy or Compass or Redfin or whatever, 15 times that, right? So who's the better steward? And compare eXp to Compass. eXp spent about 80 million of overhead in the first quarter. Not good or bad. Compass spent over 400 million and sold less than, half the homes that eXp did. Maybe at a higher price point. So if you're with Compass and you say, yeah, but the price point's higher, totally fine. That the point is that eXp runs a lean and mean operation that is well positioned. We have a saying inside eXp, we were made for this. It started during COVID. We were made for this. And now with this pending shift storm, we are made for this. So let's talk about what it looks like to partner. Shift gears one more time. I know I'm shifting gears on you a lot, but I know you can handle it. What does it look like to partner with game changers at eXp Realty? There's two tracks. One is to focus on sales and production. And we'll talk about that. Then there's agent attraction. So in terms of increasing your sales, increasing your production, once a week, we do a production mastermind. We just did expireds. We have done, one of our guests came on, we did a top agent panel. Nathan Abbott told us how he's going to do 350 million. Step by step, he took us through it. We do a market update every month. This is actually a 25 times return system. We call it the power of giftology to drive your sales. We just gave that system away on one of our masterminds. And then we have our best agents coming in and sharing their best stuff. And so the focus is on helping you sell more homes, but to do it in less time with less stress. So that's the primary focus. Many agents come in, they're skeptical of agent attraction, which is the revenue share side of it, and they just want to learn more about it. So we have built the system for you to be able to do that. So we have a system that can get you to $15,000 a month residual income through agent attraction. It's repeatable. I put it together with my sponsor, John Mikish, based on all the best stuff out there, all the best practices. It's based on building blocks. There are actually 12 building blocks of revenue share, and those are there to help you do this systematically. We're even building out, we have a next iteration of this. We're even building out agent attraction funnels and follow-up systems and just some really cool stuff that's gonna come. So the question is, what could agent attraction mean for you? But the question I have before that is, do you have an exit strategy? Right? Are you already working on something that's going to leave you in a better position in the future? That's really my question. It's the cash flow quadrant. So this is Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, where, we leave our employee job. That was me in corporate America. I had a job. It paid okay. Got into real estate. I figured a few things out. It paid better, but I didn't have any leverage. I was working 7 days a week. I figured out how to build a team. Then people work for me. That's also revenue share. I get a little bit of more transactions. That's a little bit better. And then I invest the money and I have dollars working for me in passive leverage, right? Money turns into money. So the question I have for you is, what's your I'm done number? On the left-hand side, what's the monthly residual income that would have to come in every month for you to be like, I'm done with real estate? My number was actually 30,000. Some people it's like 5 or 10,000. Take that monthly residual income and go to the right-hand side. And what's the cash saved at 5% for you to be able to do that? And pick the number. So if it's 20,000 a month, it's 4.8 million. That's your I'm done number. The question is, what's your liquid net worth right now? If you were to cash everything that's cash outable into cash, that's stuff that converts in 3 to 7 days. What's your liquid net worth? How much are you saving per year? So if your I'm done number is 4.8 million, you have no liquid net worth, right? And you're saving, let's say 5,000 a month, that's 60,000 a year. You are 80 years away. Yeah, 80 times 60 is 4.8 million. You're 80 years away using simple math, no compound interest. So it's a little bit less than that, but you're 80 years away. Right? So the question is, how many years will it take you to save the difference? This is math you have to deal with, whether or not we ever partner together at Game Changers at eXp, right? This is your financial situation. So the question is, based on where you are today, how confident are you in terms of where you're going? Based on this equation, all of the decisions you've made in business and all your financial decisions, all the decisions you've made with your time lead you to live a certain lifestyle and have a certain financial snapshot. And how confident are you in terms of where you're going based on where you are? That's the challenging part, to be honest with yourself. Could there be a better way? And so that's the only reason I bring up a few examples of revenue share, very simple examples. All of the production numbers are the same in all of these examples. It's an agent that sells 7 homes, which is not a full capping agent, 350,000 average price point, 2.75%. It's conservative because I'm taking out 22% SRS, we call it. It's a sustainable revenue share buffer. The first example is a 5x5. You invite 5 agents in, they invite 5 agents in, a total organization of 30 people. That's $5,000 per month. That's an equivalent I'm done number of 1.2 million, 1.234 million. You can see on the bottom left-hand side of your screen. The second example is, okay, if you can get to 5, you can get to 10. Let's use that same 5-to-1 ratio. That's $10,291 per month using those production. And it never builds out exactly like this. These are just examples. That's the equivalent of having saved 2.5 million. Then if those 50 just invite 1 agent in on average, so just a 1-to-1 ratio, your second level to your third level, that's $15,765 a month, or $3.783 million net worth equivalent. Right? So 3.783 at 5% yields 15,765. Simple math. This is math no matter where you are. If you believe in agent attraction or if you think eXp is whatever, this is just math we have to deal with. Are you building a revenue or a residual income stream rather, right? So my journey is probably atypical. It's definitely atypical, but I would challenge you. What if it took you 10 years to do what I did in 2 years? Right. So my last 3 months of revenue share is average $87,000. And it started with just me inviting a few agents in, and it just rolled on itself. Right. My first month, I invited 4 agents and it turned into 12 total. You can see in month 5, I invited only, 7 were FLQA, but 20 agents turned into 150 agents. Right. So this thing has a leverage, like a multiplier, like you wouldn't ever believe. This is my dashboard. I'm actually at 43 now, and I think it's at 1350 or something. But the 41 frontline agents I invited in, that turned into 1,308. So what if it took you 5 years to get to 41? And it took you another 2 or 3 years to get to these kinds of numbers? Would it be worth it? Would it be worth it figuring out the cadence, right? And it's not recruiting, it's simply agent attraction. So I just think you have a choice that you can go down the path you're going down, and it's likely going to involve acquiring a bunch of rental real estate, which does work. I'm not saying it doesn't work. Saving a bunch of money. It will take you 20, 30, 40 years. Or coming into this platform, letting us help you attract 10 to 15 agents, even if it takes you 2 to 3 years, right? So I just need you to know that it's possible, but also it's predictable and that you're not alone. The whole point is for you to go further, faster in this platform. We would be an amazing fit for each other. And you can read it. You're underpaid, overworked, right? You're giving away personal time. You want to put the things that matter first. You want to create this awesome future. You're willing to challenge the status quo. And you want to make more money. You want to build residual income. You want all those things. We're going to crush it together. The platform is disrupting, right? So we just have to accept that fact. Anything you think about eXp, it really doesn't matter. I had to put that side away and just look at the platform for what it is. It has a compensation structure that is unparalleled, including revenue share, a technology stack, training, I didn't even get into eXp University, which is ridiculous. They did in the video. Equity opportunities and on-demand live support. This quote from Mike Michalowicz, I actually got to interview him on my podcast, Real Estate Team Builders. He says, putting your nose to the grindstone is a really easy way to cover up an unhealthy business. We think that if we can just work harder, longer, better, we just hold out, something good will happen one day. And having done the journey, you know, and completely scaling my real estate business and selling it for a 7-figure valuation, there's not this pile of gold at the end of the real estate growth rainbow. So the goal is to help you make more money so you can have more freedom, so you can have more impact. So connect with the Game Changers Nation member that invited you here today for more information. If it was me, Facebook Messenger is probably the easiest way. I still check my messenger, or you can text me at 704-741-2416, or I'm almost positive I've sent you an email at this point, so you can just email me back. So much love, much respect. We will talk to you guys soon, and do the work to understand this platform. That is my ask of you, is just to do the work, suspend disbelief, and we'll see you on the other side. Be good.